Have you ever been stuck in a relationship? Like you can't move forward. Maybe it's because something terrible has happened between you. Maybe there's been a betrayal or something really traumatic in the relationship and you're stuck to that event and can't move forward. Or you've been broken up with and you just can't seem to get yourself over it. You can't get moving again. Or you're just generally unhappy and have no idea what to do about it. Being stuck is the number one reason people come to me for coaching, and I want to tell you the 5 ways they're sticking themselves and what you can do to get unstuck. I'm Stacy Rocklein. I'm a relationship coach, and I help people heal what's broken, communicate through conflict, and create more intimacy. So however you end up in the coaching chair for being stuck, or any number of things that have happened in your relationship, the first thing we need to figure out is what has you stuck? Why aren't you moving already? And then what you can do. So let me talk about 5 different things that happen. The first one is they're not talking to the right people yet. What we think that we're talking about the problems and what's going wrong when we're talking to our girlfriends or to our mom, and somehow it doesn't help us move the dial forward. And that can be for a number of reasons. Number one, they may not be giving you what you need. What you need when you've gone through a difficult time or you're in a difficult space is an empathetic witness. You need someone who can listen with empathy, and that's where it ends, where they can just hear you say in a safe space, things are super bad right now. When you feel validated and you feel heard, that is when you go, oh, okay, I'm ready to move now. And if you don't get that from whoever you're talking to, then you're not going to be able to move yourself. The other thing is you might not be talking to anybody and you're just kind of burying it and keeping it inside, especially if it's an embarrassing thing that's happened in your relationship. If you feel humiliated by it, you might be keeping it to yourself, but you'll stay stuck if you don't start to get that out. So find yourself an empathetic witness, someone that can give you that gift of just listening so that you can get ready to move, okay? Second thing, what you're trying isn't working. You are doing things, but they're not working. And the thing is we just expect that we're supposed to be good at relationships. Like we should just naturally know. Like our operating system should include this programming that is what to do in relationships. But it's not any different than health and the parenting and work. We go get training for all of those things. You watch videos on how to do health, I don't know, different exercises, nutrition, whatever. You learn that stuff somewhere. You read books on how to be a good parent. You go to college to learn how to do your job. Why is relationship any different? And in fact, what happened to us in our past probably made it worse, probably gave us some terrible ideas, and we're throwing those at the relationship and nothing is getting better. That's because we don't have training. So your action in that case is to go find a guide who can teach you what to do. Find someone who knows what they're doing, knows what they're talking about, and follow them. Read their book, listen to their podcast, go get some legit relationship help so that you can do healthy actions that can move you forward. The third thing, you're learning but not doing. Learning is so fun. It's my favorite thing. But I will stay in the learning phase for a very long time and look across my life and go, I don't understand why nothing's changing, but it's because I'm not doing. So it's exciting. Okay, when you figure something out, like you find out you're codependent, a little bit of codependence, well, that's very exciting to learn because suddenly everything makes sense. So you keep reading book after book because it's like there's so many ahas, so many breakthroughs. But none of that is going to change your relationship. Awareness is important, but it's not the doing. At some point, you have to try a strategy. Of all the stuff you're learning, I'm sure there are strategies. You have to put one to work. So You got to get to the action part, not just the learning, okay, before you can get moving. The fourth thing, what you tried didn't work, so you've given up. Here's the thing about relationships. They are in edit all the time. Good relationships are constantly being edited because you have this person who's changing all the time and this person who's changing all the time, and they're in a relationship, so the relationship is going to be changing all the time. And as it changes, you will be responding to it. And if the way you respond doesn't work, no big deal. You go, okay, that didn't work. Get rid of that, try something else. But we throw one thing at the relationship, and when that fails, we're like, it's a failure. Think about it as an edit. If what you tried didn't work, scrap it or edit it and try something new that you haven't done before. See if that works. And guess what? If it doesn't work, scrap that and go find something else. The fifth thing, you're waiting for things to change. You've tried everything. You have read all the books, you've taken the actions, and the relationship is still stuck and you're still stuck. So now the plan is to just wait for the other person to change, or wait for circumstances to change, or wait for whatever to change. This isn't going to do anything for you. You have to make a choice. And if you've done everything you can, then the big choice is stay or go. Stay in the relationship or move on. And if you choose to stay, it's very important that you get very comfortable with the reality that you're looking at. Don't wait for change. Waiting for change is going to make you unhappy because it's not here yet. So you look at your relationship and you go, okay, I'm taking this exactly as it is, and I'm going to learn to be at peace, content, happy here. Or it's time to go. Your life is short and it's important and you're significant, and your relationships should reflect that. And if you've done everything and this relationship is still stuck in the mud, it's time for you to consider moving on if you don't want to get comfortable with how it is. So, 5 ways you get stuck and 5 ways to get unstuck. Quick review. You're not talking to the right people. Get yourself an empathetic witness. Nothing you're doing is working. Go get some training. You're learning but not doing. Time to put down the book and try something. What you tried didn't work. It's hard to do 4 fingers. What you tried didn't work, so you've given up. No. Edit or pick something new and try a new strategy. And finally, you're waiting for things to change. Stop doing that. Decide, I'm in as it is, or I am moving on. It's hard to be stuck. If you would like some support, in Facebook, we've got a free group, Women Committed to Relationships, and there are resources in there and trainings in there and people to be your empathetic witness and to support you. So if you would like to join us, we would love to welcome you. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.